Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
If you don't know me, I'm the singing Aussie Stay. Or you can just call me Cara May. Today, we're back with another question video. I've done 70 questions and 60 questions and 50 questions, but today we're doing 40 questions. When it comes to stuff that's just purely for passion, I would say planning like music videos. I really love to plan out the stories and the lore behind my music videos. So that's what I would say, music videos. Outside of music, I would say just writing in general, even though music requires a lot of writing, whether it's lyrics or music writing. I have recently gotten back into poem writing. So if you don't know, what got me into songwriting in the beginning was that I used to write lots of stories and lots of poems. So I've recently started doing that again to like get back in the swing of things when it comes to writing and making things very beautiful. Normally making TikToks or recording videos, otherwise just listening to music, and I guess, yeah, lyric writing as well. Mainly pop music, but I also do like to listen to a bit of bit of rock, lots of K-pop. I'm really into Stray Kids. I've been recently getting into weirdcore music, like dreamcore stuff as well. I find that really interesting and lots of fun, so there you have it. Yes, I do. This is Matilda. And I love her so much. I don't know what that means. Let me do a quick Google search. Define claim to fame. Something that someone or something is famous for or makes someone important or interesting. I would say my music. Specifically In the Eye of the Storm, which is my most streamed song, over 10,000 streams now, which is pretty good. Round of applause for me. Come on, if you watch me, you would know this by now. Anyway, I already have my dream job, actually. But there are some elements to that dream job that are still a dream, that have yet to come true, if you know what I mean. My dream job is music. I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a busker in Melbourne City. But when it comes to the parts of my job that I still would like to happen, I would love to do like world tours. I would love to perform just for massive crowds of people. I want to be famous for what I do. I want to be recognized and known for what I do. Oh, this is something like that I have to make up for myself? Current place or event. What does that even mean? I'm gonna skip that question. I've done this before, but I'll do it again because I think it needs a bit of an update. I know that I've previously said places like Norway or the Scandinavian countries. I am planning to go to Sydney anyway. I would like to go to Korea. I've said in the past that I'd like to go to Japan as well. We'll see. We'll see. One thing that I can't do, which I would like to be able to do, is whistle. I can't whistle. I like to learn about astronomy. I've recently gotten onto the space side of TikTok recently, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Last time I went busking, which was within this week, I drawed in my very first crowd, which was lots of fun, and like everybody was filming me. One thing I loved about that moment, the song that I was singing was What Was I Made For, that Billie Eilish song from the new Barbie movie, and like, I swear, in that crowd, only one of those people were actually a dude. Like, almost all of the crowd were women. I think the highlight of my year was my Youth Fest gig, because it was the first time that I had actually been on a stage ever, like sang on a stage, and it was also the first like official gig that wasn't busking that I have done since 2020. That's a long time. I don't remember if I've ever mentioned it in one of these videos before. I've definitely brought out this book that I'm reading in one of my ASMR videos, because I was like tapping it and reading it a bit. But there's this book and it's called Women Don't Owe You Pretty, and as much as it's taking a while for me to read because I don't dedicate much time to reading books, it's still, every time I pick it up, it's just so, it's so interesting, and it's such an eye-opener and page turner. These are always the hard ones because I watch a lot of movies, but I always forget in the moment where I'm asked what my favorite one is. Okay, I'll give you my top 2. Finding Nemo, and then the next one, I think The Princess and the Frog. I never used to think that I actually had any nicknames until I realized that I actually do. I don't want to reveal what it is because basically my best friend, she just calls me by my last name whenever she tries to call me by a nickname or just wants to call me in general. I have my sister calling me Cara May sometimes, or sometimes my full name. But yeah, my bestie just calls me by my last name as a nickname. And no, I'm not revealing what that is, because if I reveal what my last name is, you guys are gonna freak the fuck out. So yeah. I think the Gold Coast. All my life. Yeah, simple as that. Oh, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Caramel slice. But there's something else. I've recently been getting into lemon tarts. None of them. That would be revealing my location. I'm not a fan of coffee, but when it comes to tea, I don't mind, like, English breakfast, yeah. With some milk and some sugar. I guess I would just say, for me, I would just say my favorite dog breed, which is Samoyeds. I really love them. They're like clouds, and they're always smiling, and they're so cute. I would like to learn how to use a telescope, because I think that would be amazing to see that far into the sky. Like, isn't that amazing? You know how some high schools will do like certain, I guess, trips and tours of different countries for your subject? Like if you're learning French, you might go to France or something like that. There was, because, you know, me as a musician, I used to also do drama and theatre studies, like all the performing arts and stuff in high school. And there was, in year 10, there was this tour. There was a USA tour. And this was before COVID and basically before everything in America, I guess, really went to shit. So I think my biggest regret is not going on that tour. So yeah. Honestly, I am just gonna I'm just gonna say like either Chan from Stray Kids, or, well, I guess anyone from Stray Kids. Living the dream life, in my opinion. Well, I guess, you know, K-pop industry kind of sucks, but in terms of the high life and the fame, this is kind of interesting because I don't really think about who I most relate to. But There have been a couple that I kind of relate to. It doesn't have to be like backstory wise, but it could be like personality wise, especially when I think of a character such as Violet Evergarden. I guess in that same kind of way, you know Kagami from Miraculous Ladybug? A little bit like her as well. I daydream about lots of things. I daydream about my future, I daydream about the past, I daydream about what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, or some, I guess, goals that I might want to achieve for the rest of the year or the next year. Stuff like that. Because of Spotify Wrapped this year, I found out that this year I had 49,000 streams, 14,000 listeners. My music was streamed for 3.3 thousand hours and was streamed in 138 countries. 12,000 of those listeners were new listeners, and my music was saved 382 times into 151 playlists, and I was in the top 5 of 7 people's like Spotify Wrapped favorite artists. I would say that. I'm a Scorpio. My Lavenders, my friends, and well, Stray Kids, they're my idols when it comes to being a musician and I guess just a human. That doesn't make sense. I'm assuming that means if money didn't matter, how would I spend my time? Okay. I don't read enough books to know who my favorite author is, unfortunately. Cringe culture, or anybody who stands by cringe culture. That. On the stage. I would say I don't really collect them, but I buy a lot of albums, and with that comes the photo cards, so I guess I keep them in a little book. That's where I keep all the photo cards. So maybe not intentionally, but I unintentionally collect K-pop albums and photo cards. Yeah. In reality, it's both because it's half and half, but sure. I know we had this question earlier on. I'll try and name a different movie for the sake of it. I've really been getting into the movie Birds of Prey. I think that is my favorite movie now. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, that's all the questions, and that's all from me for now anyways. I hope you all found this video interesting or entertaining, and if you liked it, you can subscribe to this channel or follow my Instagram or my Spotify or all the other stuff. And hopefully I will see you in a later video, and I will see you next time. This is Cara May signing out. Bye bye, Lavenders. I love you all. I'll see you all later.